Hello, everyone. Welcome to an episode of Sunshine Sessions. This time we're talking about theatre, and we're talking about theatre to the two founders of the International Theatre Children's Festival. So we have Neena Ben from Nikoi Foundation, and we have Priyanka, who's the author of all the books of Sam and Me. So, you all have been running the AHA Theatre Festival for Children for a few years now. So, what was it that made you start this festival, and what was it that made you specifically focus on children?
So it's actually Neena Auntie who started this festival in 2017, and I joined forces with her post-COVID when we started talking about how can we bring it back. So I think she'll be the right person to talk to you about why she started it and how it came to be.
Okay.
Well, basically, theatre to me, I feel has changed me over a period of years. I mean, talking to creative people, not only theatre, visual artists per se, has brought a big change in me. And then when I thought of doing something for Ahmedabad, I have been doing something for Ahmedabad since 2004, but we were doing more of visual initiatives and the theatre for adults. I mean, so we've got theatre. Our first theatre was Bikhre Bim when we got it to Ahmedabad in 2006 or 4, I don't remember. But there was nothing happening for children. So in 2017, we in fact did one production in Gujarati. That was for children, done in Gujarati, and that's how we started our first international theatre in 2017 with our production. I was thinking I'll do productions each year. It never happened because basically it's a lot of struggle. Theatre per se is a lot of struggle to bring into Ahmedabad.
Yes.
And yeah, that's how I've started, though I did have kids of that age at that time.
Okay.
But it was fun. It was actually fun to have children come into the theatre with that. I mean, there was laughter, there were claps, and they were so free. And when we invited the municipal school children, oh my God, it was, I think that was the best part. I mean, you feel that was a satisfaction that you got. Children who came into theatre for the first time didn't see real people, so they would ask, are they for real? And now in this digital world, I think it's so important to see these real actors on stage.
Yes.
We've changed the meaning of interaction. We become interaction means pressing on something, but interaction actually means like responding to something live, right?
Yes.
And I think that's what theatre allows you to do.
Yes, absolutely.
So I took Samara to every single show that she's hosted since 2017, my older daughter, and post-COVID, of course, the shows had stopped, and I asked her that, Auntie, when are you starting again? And then she said, I need help because we have to make sure that we're filling up the auditorium because people don't know about it. And even I had seen that a lot of the evening shows used to go empty. And she's like, we need to make sure that we raise awareness about it and we have enough sponsorship in place to make sure that we are able to bring the best shows to Ahmedabad. And so that's how we join hands. So the curation is still led completely by Neena Auntie, but I'm happy to be a part of this to make sure that my children and the children across Ahmedabad have this opportunity.
Oh, and it has made a lot of change. With Priyanka coming in, there are more younger children knowing about it, young parents, and it's one thing off my head. That's just great.
No, and I think, especially because Priyanka is a mother, she's writing books for children of that age, and also I think art needs as many hands, especially theatre, to help spread awareness about the good that it can do. So I think
No, Riddhi, I've always thought it has to be all of us getting together, and we're doing it for the city. There's no personal gain that I'm looking out of it. It's mainly for the city, and as many people join it, it's great.
There's no better gift that you can give the city, honestly. All right. So, moving on to the next question. So, when people say theatre, right, or theatre based, they expect entertainment, right? They come in walking and thinking that entertainment is what the child is going to take back from it. But apart from that purely entertainment factor, what are the intangibles that y'all think that children take away from a theatre experience?
So I think entertainment is a really big one, right? Because I mean, children want to have fun. They want to play. That is intrinsically what makes you child, like, a child and childlike, right? Your ability to play, ability to laugh, your ability to express while you're doing something and experiencing that inner joy. So I think number one, like you said, theatre is supposed to make you experience joy. And when I say joy, it could be a piece which is making you a little bit sad also, but going through those emotions to understand joy is also part of play, right? You go to a playground, you fight with somebody, you get angry, but you're still playing, right? And that's all part of play. But I think something that theatre does, which has become even more important today, is allow you to sit for a little bit. I think we've lost the knack of patiently seeing a whole story unfold, to seeing something different happen from what we're used to seeing every day, from having a very a small stimulus sort of guide us. You know, it has to be that slowness of thinking, of having a build up, reaching a conclusion. I think that's one of the number one thing that theatre does well.
Yeah.
The second thing is there's a lot of elements of the same thing that you achieve from storytelling that you actually get from theatre. Like it could be cognitive reasoning, it could be vocabulary building, it could be, and when I say vocabulary, I don't just mean language vocabulary. It could be vocabulary across multiple things. Like if you're watching a theatre on a sea creature, you're building a vocabulary of what it feels to experience that, right? So I think seeing the world from a different perspective, seeing it live, so you're actually seeing other people's reaction to it versus yours, so perspective taking. Because there's a scene that I
That's a
might
good one.
like and you might be frowning, and I'm wondering why you're frowning at it, right? It's ability to help you understand the world the way you are unable to do it in isolation.
Makes
And I think theatre just opens you up in a way that I think no other storytelling really can. Like I think performing arts, like whether it's dance, whether it's a musical performance, or whether it's your theatre, it just the performing
it
arts
does.
opens all your senses in a way that nothing else can.
It does. I feel you. Okay.
Yeah, I agree to all that. And it's not always that you see it and you see the effect.
Yes.
I mean, a puppet scene today, the child may think about it maybe 2 years down the line.
Yeah.
Or the lights that they have seen in the theatre may be something that they would think
Think
of
about
it.
years later.
Or the shadow puppets that they would have
Yeah.
seen.
So
They do.
I
Just comes any time in your life.
I want to give
It's
an
just
example from this. We had the clowning show. It had come from Bangalore last year. My kids and their friends still perform like the clowning show that they saw last year. So they're still trying to reenact it. They're still trying to figure it out. And we had this show come the year before that, which was built on imagination. And it was just in her dream and her imagination she's floating through. And my younger one has like drawn so many. It's been 2 years since she saw that show, and she's 5.5 now. And she still makes drawings where you can see that she'll like talk about, you know, that play that we saw. This is how she was imagining. So she will draw things the way she saw happening in the play.
That's
so it's
very cool.
actually influenced her art style. So you don't know what kids will carry
With
you.
them.
Yeah, and as adults we observe very different things. As children they observe very different things from theatre.
Yes.
You know, so we are not the best judge of what is great for the child. The child is the best judge of what is great.
What
for
they're
them.
taking. Very true. All right. This year, all three shows are non-verbal. So there are many parents who must be wondering, that's a limitation. How will the children understand? So is there anything that you'd want to say to those parents to assuage them of their doubts and, get them to the theatre without putting their worries aside?
100%. But you want to go first?
I feel that's the best non-verbal because you have children from different backgrounds, different languages. Language will not be a barrier for the child to understand, and they can imagine the way they want. And it's not that if you say a word and do it, maybe it actually limits your imagination. This may be like
Let your
sky's the limit, you
imagination
think
run
the way you
wild.
want.
Absolutely. I couldn't have put it better. And I think we've gotten so used to our children receiving instruction all the time that we think that is the best way for them to learn. You're actually absolutely insulting a child's mind. It's far superior to an adult mind. it is capable of thinking and processing much, much more than we are capable of doing.
Yeah.
And when you give them a non-verbal show, you're letting each child actually show you what they are capable of individually. And I think that is so much more powerful. And I think I agree with Auntie that non-verbal actually allows them to sit with a diverse community around them. Like, you know, there's people coming from every single socioeconomic or cultural background in that show with you, enjoying it together with you.
Yeah.
And I think that's the advantage of these international shows. We're able to bring them because we don't have to worry that, you know, does my child know how to speak French to bring a show from France or know German to bring a show from Germany.
Got it. There's language is no barrier. Instead, the lack of a language unites the world in that sense.
Absolutely.
And
We see
the
the
theatre
design
world,
and theatre
Got it.
and these are the things that really bind the world together.
Yes. So a lot of the parents, they worry that a child won't sit through a live performance, right? It's not like you can pause it, rewind it. So is there anything that you'd want to say to that?
So I think this is such a great question, Riddhi, because I think this is the question that most people ask us. Like when we send out the flyers for the show, we'll get number one query we'll get on WhatsApp is, will my child be able to sit through the show? And the thing is, if you don't expose your child to something different, your child doesn't know that they need to do this, right?
Yeah.
And it's okay. We've never told the child, shh, shh, take your child out, nothing. It's a children's show. The performers know that children are full of play. They are full of delight. They all have different temperaments. They're all going to come out and be comfortable with sitting and watching different performances in their own time, and they're patient with it. This is a mature performance, right?
Yeah.
But you have to come with your child, expose them to this. You were giving me
That's
your
what I was
example,
about to
right?
say. The first show, my child didn't sit through, and she sat outside the show throughout the show, right? But I tried again next year, and she sat through all three of them, and it built and built, and now she's really excited, and she loves. So she knows that this is happening this year, and she told me, "Mom, we're going to all." I said, "Of course." Like I didn't say we're going to all. Of course, she's going to all, but she knows that she's going to go to all, and she's going to love them. She already has that expectation that this is going to happen every year, and she's going to be going to it every year, and theatre is now a part of her, and she's excited about it, right? And
Because as a parent, you have to understand the things that you cannot have the child guide you in every way. You have to guide the child also, right? Like, hey, this is a theatre, we're going to go to this, and it's okay if you couldn't sit through this one, we're going to try again next year. And that's you doing your role as a parent and saying, hey, this is something really important that I think you should be exposed to, and I'm going to make the consistent effort to get you there.
Yeah.
And I think that is, and honestly, I think every show we've never had more than one or two kids who wanted to be pulled. Like even my younger one was shy when she was younger, and it was like just seeing people, but as soon as the lights would go off, she was okay.
Yeah.
So I think it just this also allows a child to understand that what is the world around me, what are the things that I can go to and be a part of, and
Yeah.
how should I be a part of it, right?
yes, and
they
from what
learn
I
from each
remember,
other, yeah.
the shows are very interactive. The children are brought into the audience, and the parents are brought in. So a flat screen or something you're watching on Netflix is not going to do that. Like there is no interaction. So that's another.
And
Of
at
course,
the-
I'm adding in, but that's another important aspect.
Absolutely, you're absolutely
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And I think like at the end of every show, we have the performers actually share their craft with the children. And some of them have gone and studied their craft for 6, 7 years before they became performers. We had somebody who done a master's in it and make their own puppet last year. One puppeteers would come last year. Our puppeteers would come. She had made her own puppet. It took her 3 years to make her own puppet, if I remember correctly. And she shared how the puppet was made. And there was a boy in the audience who was like asked so many questions, and then 2 months later his mother sent me a picture. He had made his own puppet, and so it was, I mean, you see
It's-
that whole
the
journey
impact
come a full
is
circle, right?
there.
You don't know which kid's imagination is being tickled because they're
Of this.
exposed to this craft.
Yes.
And it is a craft. It is like anything else that you would perfect in life. Like it's the act of building something. It's the act of learning something well and then being able to do it in front of an audience, right?
Yeah.
Even if child is going to be a scientist, these are the same skills they'll need to learn.
Makes sense. So of course, this is the International Theatre Festival, and the shows come in from Germany, Switzerland. So what does this exposure to artists from different countries, right? What is the difference between a local artist or artists coming in from different countries on the child's imagination and what they're seeing?
It's a different way of telling the story, different culture, different language, different emotions, and at the same time, they also learn that everybody has different culture, language, everything, but the emotions are more or less the same. They can relate, so that's also one way of bringing that
The world together.
people together. I mean, which is very necessary these
Yes.
days.
Yes.
That everybody, you
You
take
realize.
them all in, the diversity, you take the diversity in. Diversity actually helps imagination, and diversity also helps you to unite. So I feel that's also very nice, and we do this. Every alternate year is an international one, and then again we have the national
National
performance the
one.
next year.
Okay.
So it's exposure to the whole world.
Got it. Do you like to add something?
Priyanka?
You said everything.
Okay.
So confidence and empathy are two things that parents really want to build in their children, right? So how does theatre contribute to that?
So I think everyone wants to be on stage, right? And I think everyone is trying to figure out how do I get on stage. When they see someone perform, it's not the feeling, oh my god, I want to hide behind a chair. It's like, oh, if I could be on stage, what would I do? I want to share a very small anecdote. I used to teach at the government schools in Bombay, and we had this group of fifth graders who could not speak or write a word of English. That basically mugged the English that they needed for their tests, so they knew exactly what to write on paper. But if you actually spoke to them, they couldn't speak or write or translate anything in English for you. And we tried lots of ways to try to get them to speak English, and it just wasn't working. So one summer, we just hosted a drama camp for them. So it was like a 4-week camp, and to qualify to be on stage with us, you had to speak English. The camp was in English, so the whole performance was going to be in English, and we had 100% turnout, Ricky. Every single one of those children performed, and they did an amazing job, right? Because the motivation had changed. The motivation had become so intrinsic to a child's need to be
Coming
on
on
stage.
stage. Got it.
And I think that's the place where you see that you can tell whether it's an introverted child, whether they're a shy child, whether they are introverted, whether they are learning differently. They all want to be on stage, and it actually just unites you in a way that nothing else can. I also think one thing theatre does really beautifully for children's confidence is being able to see live that someone's performing. Some people may like it, some people may not like it, and it's okay. You're performing because you have mastered your craft and you're doing what you can with it, and you are going to learn from every feedback that comes. And I think that is truly actually what builds empathy and confidence by being on stage. Not saying that I'm on stage and now I'm the best. It's being on stage and being okay with sometimes having a mediocre performance, sometimes not being able to do it right, and becoming comfortable with that.
In your own
Yeah.
skin also. Yeah. Okay. So if a parent is sitting on the fence right now thinking, should I take my child to this or not? What would you like to say to them?
Well, my first question is, why would they be on the fence? Why would they not want to bring a child to it?
So
What are they not understanding about theatre to not bring their child?
So, like I said, one of the questions that led us to here, parents, and these are the kind of questions which I'm sure you're getting. Parents think, will my child sit through this? Which my child didn't the first year, but I tried again. Because for me, theatre is something I hold very close to my heart. But if a parent hasn't themselves had theatre as part of, how they've grown up, they might not understand the value of it till they take their child and see the benefit that it's doing their child, right? So there are many reasons that children have classes on that day. Oh, this is but I would cancel any class and make it to these 3 days. But there are many reasons that parents might have. Of course, I don't see any reason why parents would not go to this. I don't see any reason. That's the reason that Sunshine Lab has chosen to be involved this year, right? Because we are very, very, very appreciative of what you all are doing, and we really believe in what theatre does for a child. And but going to that, right? I'm sure like you mentioned, you've seen over the years, it's difficult to now in a population and the number of children that we have in school. I would assume that the tickets are sold out the very second they're put out. I would be nervous and I would book the tickets because I would want to hold that seat and not have those only 150 right?
Yeah.
Tickets for a show disappear. But from the little experience that I've had, what Priyanka mentioned, that isn't the case. So that's where there must be some skepticism, or there must be some lack of awareness that for this
So
to happen.
I think it is not a place of skepticism. I think the correct word was that it's a lack of awareness. I think that understanding of children's theatre is still building. It is still, like we were discussing before, like for example, I grew up between Delhi and Bombay. So performing arts was just part of our life. It was always within reach. It never felt like something you had to work very hard to be a part of. It was just part of what our weekly outings looked like. Like you went for a Bharatanatyam performance, you went for a Kathak performance, or you went to the theatre, and it was just something you did. And I think that when people, see Nobel Prize winners, they forget that almost all of them play a musical instrument, or all of them have some musical inclination, and that is a huge contributor to their scientific success, right? So even if I think about that, what makes me who I am is actually theatre, because it is what put stillness inside me. It allowed me to understand how to sit with an idea for a while and let it just percolate, right? And not try to rush to the answer, not try to hurry through experiences in life. And I think I think that when you have not had that exposure as a child, you don't know that that is what you should be looking out for.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not a sports person, so if I have, my kids are very sporty, but I rely on the experiences of my friends who had sports in their life since the very beginning and learn from it, right?
Yeah.
So I think the same way, even if you've not had that experience as a child yourself, that is why you're part of a community. We learn from each other. I think that's where you can rely on our experiences to tell you how important exposure to the
Theatre is.
performing arts is for your child. And we're seeing a lot of people like flying out to take their kids to shows, or we had a Peppa Pig performance in Ahmedabad and everyone was flocking to it, right? So that means you are going to popular theatre, right? So, but I think the important thing is to understand, why are you not going to cultural theatre, right? And these are really fun shows, kids love it. They're very highly acclaimed they're very highly acclaimed performers who've traveled from around the country, around the globe to be here. And I think it's important to trust another person's experience sometimes, instead of saying, hey, when I experience it, I will go to this.
Yeah. That answers my question, yes. So Priyanka and Neena Aunty, thank you so much for taking the time, and thank you so much for giving this to Ahmedabad, as you so rightly said, bringing this experience to our children. And I'm sure along the years, and as my child grows, this is something that she'll take with her forever and will forever be part of her. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much for supporting us, Riddhi, and for being such a big part of the festival from the very beginning, and giving us this platform to actually talk about what we're doing at the
Absolutely.
Theatre Festival.
Thank you so much.
And thank both of you.